Hi friends, welcome back to the Lavender Lounge, and I know it has been a hot minute since I have uploaded a video. Today I have a really fun video planned. I have been feeling very inspired by my Pinterest board lately, so I thought it would be really fun to let my Pinterest feed decide what I built today. And before we go any farther, oh, good job girl. If you enjoy cozy, soft-spoken Sims 4 content, I would really appreciate if you like this video or subscribed to see what I have in store for you in the future. So anyways, let's see what we're going to be building today. Okay, here we are. As you can see, my Pinterest board has a little bit of everything. I'm thinking the easiest way to go about this is to kind of see what the first exterior is that we get, or like a vibe of an exterior, and then that will dictate kind of how we choose where we build. So let's do our first refresh and see what we get. The Pinterest gods have been working in our favor because very first thing, we have a lakefront house. So let's look at this. This is giving me like Windenburg. So I'm thinking maybe Windenburg, maybe Willow Creek. Yeah, so I think we'll start there. Okay, the first idea I have is the Hollow Slough or Slough. I don't know, I'm gonna butcher that. Anyways, this lot here in Willow Creek. Start with the shell. Thankfully, it is just a bunch of squares. I moved the house to a larger lot in Willow Creek. I don't really like this lot, but it's a good size and we'll have plenty of room for the front landscaping and a little bit in the back, and then like plenty on the side. So even though it doesn't fit the aesthetic, it's fine. It will when it's all landscaped. Went ahead and put the windows in and put the door in. I actually did find the floor plan to this house. Turns out this is like a drawing or like an illustration of a house you can like buy to be built for you. So that's great. We have a literal floor plan for this house, which makes it 1,000 times easier. The window placement didn't make sense to me on the like back side of the house, so I just basically copied the front. I added these pretty little like detailed windows from Get Famous In. That's like a breakfast nook. And then I haven't done the side windows yet because I always find it's easier to do the side windows when you are doing the rooms and things. We're going to go ahead and put a roof trim, and it looks like, if I zoom in here, it looks like a pretty thick white and like it's underneath like that. Yeah, I think that looks good. I want to add the dormers that they have up here. Like, this is honestly the closest. It's not what I wanted. I won't lie. Okay, upon further messing around and consideration, I'm just going to do this. We'll just keep them white. Okay, that took way too much brain power, but alas, we're here now. For a chimney, we can just place this one here. It looks pretty similar to the one in the picture, which is great. Stairs, it sort of just looks like either a dark wood or a black stair top, and then the stairs are like white from what you can see. I think I'll leave this slate tile. I feel like that looks the best. I'm still not sold on these stairs though. That is going to do it for the shell of our build. It's looking very simple right now. It's mostly base game, so that's cool. I'm going to do the landscaping, and then I will catch back up with you when I've done that and the layout. Alright y'all, and that is the landscaping and the final touches on the exterior shell done. The only thing I've changed since we were working on the shell was I changed the second floor to regular wall height. I didn't mean to make this medium as well. And then just to give you a little bit of a tour of the landscaping. I did a fountain here, just some little shapes with the landscaping in the corners, filled that in. Some overgrown vines on the fencing there. And then as you saw, I put a couple items out, like a birdhouse, a bird bath, a bench, and then I didn't do much back here just yet. I figure maybe a pin will inspire what I do there, so I'm not sure yet. And then obviously the driveway, the tool mod won't let me lift this up just on this one side, so I might end up deleting it. But yeah, that is the landscaping. So let's go ahead and hop in to the layout in the first room. For the layout on the very first floor, we have the living room, the dining room, breakfast nook, kitchen, sort of like a seating, like family room, laundry room, a half bath, obviously the foyer. Upstairs, we have 2 bedrooms. I imagine these are maybe for like the kids that come to the lake house, so I'm thinking like bunk beds or something. A Jack and Jill bathroom that's accessible from both rooms, a half bath upstairs, the master bedroom, their master bath, and then they will have like a walk-in closet, and then this is just like the upstairs foyer. In the original layout, there's like no floor, but you really can't do that in The Sims without the walls looking kind of ugly, so I didn't want to mess with it. And I did change during that excursion that in the back, I actually decided that this house was giving me like back deck vibes, and I decided to put some stairs here as if like, you know, when the kids come and visit the lake house over the summer, they run down and they go swim in the lake, and then they can just run back up, and you know, their parents are like, stay outside till you're dry or whatever. So I just thought that was cute. And then also like your view is not obstructed from the breakfast nook. Okay, so I've refreshed and I'm just gonna look and see what the first room that I see is on my feed, and that'll be sort of the first room that we do. I think that's kind of the way I want to go. Okay, so I'm seeing like a very simple, like cozy seating area. Here there's like a very, I don't know, like cute, it's got like a lot of earth tones, it's got a fireplace. So maybe we do a combination of these two. Like I could make this happen and do like some sort of like kind of makeshift seating or makeshift furniture situation happen. Let's just see how the inspiration flows. Let's see what we can do with these. Okay, I think since that first picture has like an open window happening in there, maybe it's like a door to a deck, I really can't tell. Then I think we'll do the like family room. So this is the kitchen and breakfast nook here. So this is kind of like, I guess, where you would hang out while everybody's cooking. So I think the first thing I want to do is get a fireplace in here. So I'm gonna put that there. These are not the couches I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna put them here so I know. I think Sim should still be able to get through there, and I actually think that's kind of nice. Okay, I think I like this layout. I'm gonna do these 2 chairs, and then with this love seat, and then I have like a chair that looks like 2 couch cushions on the floor, so I thought it would be cute if like maybe some of the kids like pulled the cushions off the couch or pulled them from another room and was like using them to like hang out with the family. So with this layout in mind, let me go ahead and pick a floor. Okay, and then for the living room, let's see. One of the rooms is just white and one is just like a beige. So stick to something pretty simple in here. Like, honestly, or is that too much brown? No, I do think that probably looks better. It can always change. It can always change. We need a rug. I think this one will be perfect for the size that we need. Actually, that one's pretty nice. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna go with the Book Nook Kit love seat, and I actually love it because it looks like these cushions could have actually been pulled off of that. So I think that's super cute. For the last like main furniture, we need some bookcases. These bookcases are going to be best. These are by Charlie Pancakes. and they are from his Lighthouse collection. I think I will probably just do these in white, and they fit behind the door, which is great. I mean, like, in a real life world, can you close that door? Probably not. But also, we could do something like that. Who knew? Free will. That could also mean that maybe I like spread these out a little bit. Sconces. Ooh, these might be the ones. Maybe one here and one here. And let's clutter this place up. And that is our completed first room. I think now that we've got the storyline kind of in mind, I think that's going to make decorating the future rooms a little easier. So I'm not like, what is the story? For me, that's important. I've got some luggage here, some shoes by the door, cushions on the floor. There's a game, you know, books stacked up. So clearly people are really enjoying their time here, and I wanted to make sure to include some like beachy items because this is a vacation home, not where someone lives full time. So let's hop over back to Pinterest and see what room we will be doing next. Let's refresh and see what we get. Ooh, okay. So there's a mid-century bathroom here. I think that this should be our next task. Let's go ahead and do I feel like we'll just start with maybe the bottom floor bathroom, and this will be just kind of like the style of the half bath. Okay, I feel like with mid-century modern, you see a lot of tile. I'm seeing a lot of green, and then like a lot of floating sinks. So let's see if I'm seeing a lot of green, so I'm gonna just sort by green and see what we have. I think that this matches the shower in the original photo anyways. And then, okay, the floor I'm seeing is sort of like, or like that. Okay, let's do that. And then grab a sink. Yeah, kinda. Okay. I think that could be cool. This is mid-century wash basin. Oh, yes. Perfect. Get Famous really came through. Even like the round sink is like really giving me mid-century modern. To go with this toilet to get some more wood in here. I'm gonna match the wood. So that one or this swatch or this swatch. Go with that one. It matches the sink hardware. That's looking so cute. And then I think we need some floating shelves, but let me grab the clutter really quickly. Think we might have killed that team. It actually looks mid-century modern. Look at us go. Let's move on to the next room. All right, back to my home page. Let's oh, there we go. If you use Pinterest, you know that it shows you basically what you pin, so I'm not surprised that it's showing me similar rooms. Okay, look, we have an entryway. So I think we'll use this as our inspiration for the entryway, and I actually think it matches the vibe. I love this for us. I want to start with this arch. This was just a placeholder. I think I want one that's like a little more ornate. Do they have one with like a more ornate trim? Ooh, there's this one from base game. It looks like it's like blue down here and there's like wallpaper up here. So maybe we'll do like a bluish paint here and a bluish wallpaper up by the stairs. Ooh, that one's pretty. Wait a second. What's this one? Essence of Pastel. There is, first of all, like a runner here. So let's start with that. Try that for now. So we can put that there. And then let's change this door. These were my placeholder doors. Just put the same arch and get some consistency in here. I think the very last thing we need to do is give this room a big, nice, pretty curtain. Yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, that's very grand. I love it. I kind of like the default swatch, so maybe we do that. Okay. And then, oh, not the last thing. We need a chandelier to like the photo. I don't know if we have one like that, but we could definitely get something. This is the completed foyer. I think it's so cute and lived in. Like I said, I really wanted it to be like kids and family members are here. And you know, we've got some art on the wall. Maybe it's like an older house and that's like a sketch of the original house. Kind of looks like it. Got the fun wallpaper, and then I added some plants to the staircase just to kind of bring that photo back into it. And then obviously some more like ocean-esque photos. So that is the completed foyer. Just one more moment for this cute little corner and view. Ugh, I love it so much. I want to live here. Let's see what Pinterest has for us. Okay, I think we have a kitchen here. All right, that's great. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of white. So I think I will probably keep this wallpaper everywhere, but I will grab tile for the just where like the cabinets and everything go. What if we did something like this, and maybe we could get a color that matches the wall color that we already have? That's pretty similar. I really don't think anyone would argue too much. I mean, the crown molding doesn't fit exactly, but we could always put like a column here maybe. Grab our counters. So they look like this, and they have a black top. This one. So I think for this left side, we need an end piece, a tile, an inner corner, another tile, and then I think the fridge will go there and the oven will go there. So let's start with the fridge. This looks like a very modern kitchen. So I feel like it needs the life and death fridge, which I don't use very often because I don't do a lot of modern building. The matching upper cabinets, and then we need a oven hood. Probably, okay, you can actually see the oven in this and it looks like it's silver, so that should be pretty easy. Top in the same color, that's perfect. Okay, easy enough. And then the layout of this house and in the picture we're looking at, they have like an island with seats on two sides. This is looking pretty cute. I'm ashamed to say how long it takes me to figure out the counter situation. Let's get some kitchen clutter in here. Bread box. Ooh, we could definitely grab some of these jars and like put them on the island. Utensils. Ooh, a fruit bowl. Okay, I'm gonna put all of the clutter I want on an island piece, and then I will do the little hack to move it into the correct spot after I figure out everything I want. We just need a cute little rug in here so that your toes are comfortable while you're cooking. I almost forgot about the chairs. A table, like a dining room table. I think round is probably the way to go. I honestly think that looks quite cozy. I would love to sit here and eat breakfast. I don't know about you. I think I have a bowl of lemons. I do. Ooh, okay, I have that. A magazine. I think that's cute. What kind of activities could you put over here? What if we put like a telescope? Maybe you're spying across the lake. Maybe you're like trying to see what's going on with the neighbors. I mean, I feel like rich people have telescopes, so honestly, that's fine. And then I want like a super modern light, but I don't have the light that I'm thinking of, unfortunately. This one in black could be good. Cute round rug under the like breakfast nook. I'm not mad at that. I'm wondering if I should the same arch but smaller. So we'll do this for the consistency. Is this weird? It's gonna change that to a regular cabinet. To an end cabinet. Maybe they tuck a stool right here for the kiddos to help. Then they can pull it into the kitchen when they need it. Need a trash can. I almost forgot. Modern trash can. I think there's none other than the nano one that gives you money when you throw things away. Okay, and here is our modern kitchen. I think it's super cute. I mean, it doesn't necessarily go with the other rooms so far, but I mean, it is a Pinterest inspires my build, so we don't really know what we're gonna get. I love this little area. You could like sit down, have your coffee, and just look outside. How sweet is that? Okay, let's move on. So far on the main floor, we have the living room, the dining room, the laundry room, and that's it. Yeah, those 3 rooms left. We do have the garage, but I'll probably just kind of do that one quickly off camera. Okay, this is super cute. I don't know if I want to jump floors yet. So let's see. I'm just gonna scroll through here until I see a living room, dining room, or laundry room. Let's look at this closer. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on. Like a lowered living room. Okay, I'm obviously not loving that one, but I'm trying to keep with the challenge. If anything else sparks any joy. That's like another living room. It looks a little cozier. Okay, I think this, I could combine these two. I think I could do that. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is take the lowered, like lower the living room down, so that you have to go down steps, like this picture has it, and then I will kind of do it in this decoration style. So let's hop back over to the game and see what we can come up with. First thing is first, let's come over here to the living room and let's lower it down maybe by like 2. So in the picture, they're like stone steps, but I want to match the vibe of the house, so I'm gonna go with all wood. I think it doesn't give you a lot of room, but maybe like that's not a huge deal. Well, I think I will just abandon that first photo of the living room we found and just go with the second one. I think it matches everything else we've done anyways. Start with wallpaper. And I'm seeing similar to this style, which is good with the crown molding at the top. We will go with the base game. I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty. Let's start with the sectional that I want to include because that is going to take up the most room. Here is the couch selection I've ended up with. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not set on it. But I did pick the rug and the fireplace, and I put out a bunch of chairs that we can choose from. Now in the photo, there's 2 like mismatched chairs like in front of the window, and I was thinking this one from the new businesses and hobbies pack could be perfect. I like all of them personally. I like the height of this one, but none of the swatches like give me like vintage granny vibes like I want. What if we tried this? So in the picture, they're sort of like facing the couch area. Well, what I assume is the couch area because you can't see it. Looks like behind these chairs, there are some photos on the wall here. Let's see if we can grab some vintage looking frames like they have there. I like both of these. I like this print for sure. I know that it has a little table there, like a little tiny round tray table. Ooh, that one could be pretty. I like that dark wood. Actually, they have a few plants, so we can definitely follow suit like that. This is like the plant that's in the photo. I have like a little ottoman here. What if we just put it like there? I do have some good pillows for that. That's looking cute. I put a frame TV, and I've seen where people like put art like in front of the TV that has the frame that they want, and then they like move it back with the tool mod. Okay, wait, that's cute. Oh my gosh, slay. Okay, and oh, we have so many slots. I love that so much. I'm just gonna clutter this fireplace up and clutter up this little corner, and then we'll see where we end up. Okay, guys, this is probably my favorite room we've done yet. It is so freaking cozy. Like, this little nook, stop it right now. Like, the way that I just want to come, like, sit in this living room, cozy up with like a book or a game with my grandma or my mom, and just vibe. Like, oh, it is so freaking cozy. Oh my gosh, walls, please get out of my way. It is so freaking cute. Oh, I love it. I did throw in like this random dog bed just because I felt like I needed to fill the space. Maybe occasionally someone brings their dog, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's the living room. I was really bummed about the sectional, but honestly, I think the like vintage vibe of the room like goes really well with this couch or with like this style of couch, so I'm good with it. Let's move on. Love this room so much. Look it gave us a laundry room. That is exactly what we needed. Perfect. Okay, I feel like this is our time to use this rug from laundry day. Either that one or this one. Oh, you know what? I like the flower shape better. Still can't believe we only have one washer and dryer. Like, it's actually crazy. In the photo, it looks like they're using like white paneling. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, should we stick with the crown molding though? Because I feel like that makes sense. I know that we have, yeah, like with glass. Because I think it's either going to be this one or the cottage living one. But I quite like this one, and we can just put shelves underneath. Let me like get in here, see what the height situation is. Put these so that maybe they're like a little higher, and then put some shelves, and then we can decorate it like just like the photo is. Let's try that. For copying that little picture, I think that looks pretty cute. Let's go ahead and put up on the wall here, maybe like in there. What if we did like a little calendar or something? Maybe just that. Like they had an extra piece of art and they just didn't know where to put it. And on this wall, can we do surfaces and displays? I think it gets the point across. It's nothing crazy. It's a laundry room. We've got extra towels for when everyone comes in from the lake, extra soap. Got the calendar that hasn't been changed in months. Got a little mudroom area. Someone's bringing stuff in from the garage. Doing the laundry. Oh, the cabinets aren't loading. And yeah, that's about it. All right, it is time to do the dining room. Let's hope a dining room pops up on my Pinterest feed because that is the only room left on the bottom floor. Worst case, I can just type in dining room and kind of pick like the first thing that comes to mind. Oh, ooh, dining room. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, this is cute. I like this one. And then there's also, I'm seeing, okay, there's also this one. So what if we combine them both? I think that would be cute. Okay, starting with the wallpaper, I thought it would be cool to do this, the one we were looking at earlier, the paneling with the wall paint. Because I've seen like videos where people like, you know, only do this like wood feature in like one room. What if we went darker in here? I feel like we haven't really done any dark rooms yet. We could do black since like the kitchen is modern, and then we can bring the wood in like from the vibes of the pins. Why not, you know? And I'm gonna go rogue and start with the window coverings because I'm seeing super drapey long curtains. Okay, I think we go with something like this. Just grab this curtain rod and place it. And we could do white. We could go all out and do black. Ooh, I think the green looks kind of cool and even has silver to match like the black and white. So from the first picture, it's a super long wooden table. This is kind of like my go-to for this vibe of table, but it's like not as notched as I want it to be. But it does have a black and a brown. Okay, I think we have to go with that. The color scheme is just perfect. These chairs, something like these or these, but these are more like patio chairs. Oh no, these are exact. Perfect. I think that looks pretty good. Oh no, the build is getting laggy. There's so many items on this lot. Okay, unfortunately I don't have a fancy chandelier like that, but kind of thinking this one from Cottage Living. We can do it in like a white maybe. How does this look from the kitchen? That's always the test. What is the Sims view? It's just not like super long is the problem. Like I want something longer. Oh, Alexis, there's literally one right there. Get it together. Okay, well, we'll definitely have to put more lighting in here since we covered up the windows, but that's much better. Let's find some flowers to put in the middle here. It's looking like a really fancy vase of roses. Cottage Living has basically that exact item. Yep, that's perfect. Looks great. I wish I had like a doily, like a little blanket to set on there. I am gonna grab some candles though, because I can't do a dining room setup without some candles. I like to like make them different sizes, but just be aware that the flame doesn't come with you, so it can look a little funky, but I don't care that much. Want to put a radiator in, so we'll do maybe one like that. One more floor plant in like a corner, I think. This is what I was trying to find for the laundry room. It's too late now. And we definitely need some art on the walls and maybe a rug. So I'll do that and find the hutch and meet you back at the end of the cluttering. Right, and this is our finished dining room. I mean, I feel like I say this with every room, but like I love it so much. I think we've just been getting really lucky with my Pinterest board. I did keep this room extremely simple, like when it comes to art and stuff, because I just feel like you really wouldn't have a bunch up in this room. But I did make it so it looks like someone's been sitting here. Again, I wanted it to look like this was a family vacation house. So maybe like the kids made these cards and these little planters for the grandparents or something. Somebody's been doing work over here. But yeah, just making it modern to fit the kitchen, but also to match like the pins that we came up with. So I think we nailed it. Let's move on upstairs. Guys, I have no idea how long this video is gonna be, but you know, I did not expect for the exterior that Pinterest gave us to be so massive. Honestly, looking from this view, it looks really cohesive, so I'm really happy with it. Since we're moving upstairs, we need like bedrooms, bathroom, and like the stair landing. Okay, I'm not seeing anything for kids' rooms, so I'm just gonna search. Alright, I'm just gonna like pick one that like calls to me. The first thing I'm seeing that's like pulling me is this one. It's like a fun wallpaper. Okay, so we've got some inspiration for the landing, for the master bedroom, and the kids' rooms. So let's go ahead and hop in there. Starting with the landing, I was thinking it could be cool to pull maybe this blue color up here. Okay, I'm thinking this blue would be good, and it brings the trim from downstairs, so that works. We also need to change this railing situation. Alright, so it looks like we have a mirror, a dresser, some candles, and some plants. So very similar to downstairs. Maybe we'll do that little like dresser mirror area right when you come up the stairs. I think that would be good. Ooh, that's kind of nice. That's an option. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this, I'm wondering if this is what we should have put in the dining room. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, I know I got sidetracked, but I feel like that looks so much cuter. Anyways, heading back upstairs. This is what I've come up with when you walk up the stairs. It's a cats and dogs dresser or like accent table sized up. Obviously just got some candles. I put some kids books on there, some sconces, a nice big plant. And then for this corner, I was thinking we just kind of go with like grandma's extra furniture gets shoved into this corner, because my thought is that like this vacation home has been in the family for years. It doesn't get updated very often. We go with this one. Push it up against the wall here. Oh, we're in Brindleton Bay. That could be cute. And it's a light. It's kind of kitschy. Maybe just a, I don't know, another thrifted looking, or maybe not thrifted, but like, you know, it's actually an old painting that's been here forever. I don't think I've ever used this one. Let's do this one. Else could go in here. Maybe some more. Okay, so maybe we put some like family photos on the well, like frames for family photos. I think that would be a good idea. We do them in a brown frame, and then like they are all along the stairwell. And with the rest of the cluttering done off camera, here is how the upstairs landing turned out. Just put some photos there. Obviously you saw our little dresser area. Did this little corner here, this rug, added some curtains, some little clutter trophies onto this hutch, and then a plant, and just another like piece of like art or whatever that you would like maybe see in your grandparents' like basement that has been there forever. That's kind of like how I pictured this room being. So it's not like my favorite room we've done yet, but I still think it turned out like really cute. And I don't know about you, but like in my grandparents' houses growing up, like it was always these kinds of rooms that had like the most random collection of furniture, and I always thought it was like super comforting. So anyways, let's hop on into one of the kids' bedrooms. And just a reminder of what the layout plan is. This is going to be a bedroom here, and then they will share a Jack and Jill bathroom. If you're not sure what that means, a Jack and Jill bathroom is just when basically it's between two rooms and you can like walk through the bathroom to each room. And I'm gonna have this be like that blue checkered room that we were looking at. And I think I want to start by putting like a big, very comfortable plush looking rug down. Okay, we'll make it really big. I love that. And then we need to grab a wall pattern. I thought this wallpaper from Decor to the Max like almost matched the one in the photo. It's obviously a much larger print, but I actually think this would be quite pretty in a kid's room. So I think if we like just make sure the rest looks more youthful, I think it could pull itself together. Toddler bed. And then, oh, so cute. So with this bed, there's clouds, little like animals. So, oh, a little Halloween one. Oh, there's some really cute prints. Okay, I think we have to go with the checkered, like the gingham print, because that's like kind of what's going on in the photo. So we've got that there, and then that's so cute. Let's do this one. I don't know if like maybe we should put a diaper changing table in here or not. We'll get the matching blue one, I think would be pretty. And then over here, maybe we get a toy box. Here is the completed toddler's room, I suppose. So I ended up doing the wallpaper just on a couple walls, because then I had the thought, like maybe, you know, the homeowner of this house has had that wallpaper here forever and she didn't want to get rid of it, but they painted a couple walls so that like the kids could use this room and it wouldn't be as busy. So that's kind of the idea I had for that. Obviously I have the toys. I put some laundry out, extra pillow, like, you know, they just got here and did their laundry, some picture frames, blinds, the toy box, and then I put some of the starlight on the walls from the Love Struck pack because, you know, when I was a kid, I really loved those glow-in-the-dark stars you could stick to the wall. So maybe like over the years, the kids that have stayed here have just, you know, been adding the stars, and they just like they take forever to get off, so like they just keep accumulating. I also threw together a little Jack and Jill bathroom. It's nothing special, I just didn't feel like it needed its own thing. But yeah, just a little mirror here with some clutter, double sink, medicine cabinet, and then when you walk in here, you've got the shower, toilet, all the things, a sign that probably says something about changing the toilet paper roll because obviously it's empty, towels, storage, hamper, what have you. So we are going to now go next door and work on one of the, I guess what I would imagine would be like where maybe the older kids stay, or maybe just like if there's more adults than they plan, because I think I'm gonna put bunk beds in here. I think this is the pin that I'm going to use to base our bunk bed room off of, sort of like older furniture that they've kind of just shoved together to be a kid's room, similar feel to the entryway. So let's go ahead and get that started. Okay, here's what I have started for the second like kids room, I suppose. I've got the Dream Home Decorator bunk beds, and then I have a base game single bed. I liked the like quilt looking blanket, as if it's just like an extra blanket from the closet. I put another dog bed up here just in case there is a pet that's staying here, that way they have another place to go. Some just thrown about shoes. And then I was thinking this room might benefit from a desk. It sort of looks like there is like one of those desks that has like the lift up front. I don't know what that's called, but I wonder if Life and Death has one of those. I'm not sure. I think light wood would be good. And I like that it's like super scratched on some of the swatches, like bordering on dirty. Okay, maybe I do that swatch instead. I'm really liking that one. And then we could do a dark wood on the chair. A computer, I suppose. What about like a typewriter? Well, not a typewriter, but like, you know, a typewriter that has an iPad and a mouse on it. I've always wanted one of those for my iPad. It's so cute. There's a lot of like dolls, and we definitely have those, so let me go ahead and like put some on the bed. Oh, here it is, the ugly doll. Maybe we'll throw some extra pillows on the top bed or something. I did kind of want to throw a towel over the top of the shower. I do think I maybe want to throw another like duffel bag in here. I love like throwing these around houses that are supposed to be like vacation homes. We could put some of these like pillow seats down maybe. That way like other people could hang out in here too. Put the turtle up here. Maybe it's like something they got from a souvenir shop here in Brindleton Bay or something. I feel like this pillow might be in the way. I'm also not sure about this turtle or not being in the way, so I guess I'll put it in this back corner because I know it will work if I put it there. And then we'll add some pillows to this bed because it definitely needs it. Okay, and then as far as art goes, it looks like it's just super simple wood framed art. Like, it looks like just black and white photographs. So maybe we could do some sketches in here. Maybe we do like one of a person as well. And then maybe we just put some like random paintings on the wall. And then for curtains, I kind of want to do just the same lines that we did over there. And I think that's pretty good. I don't really know like what else I would put in here because I don't want to make it too kiddie. I want it to be like it could be a kid's room or just an extra space for an adult to sleep. So I could do some plants, obviously. Maybe somebody's gotten somebody flowers in this room. And we could just do some storage somewhere. I feel like these extra rooms would definitely be a place where storage might be held. Oh, we'll put their passport on the desk so they do not forget it when they go back home. Maybe they have a little water bottle. Maybe we just have some extra games up here. Maybe like somebody got out of the shower and just dropped their towel right here. And maybe there's like some more storage back here. I like to put like glasses on the bed too, like as if they just like threw their things down on the bed. And just to give you the full experience, we're in the toddler room, and then we go into the Jack and Jill bathroom, and it takes you right into the extra spare bedroom. Kids, adults, whatever, it's kind of where everything gets crammed when not in use. I think it's really cute and cozy. I didn't want to overclutter it. You know, it is what it is, and I think it honestly matches the vibe of the pin and reminds me of like going on vacation to my grandparents' house as a kid. So that's sort of what I was going for. I think the last 2 rooms that we have to do are the master bedroom, master bath, walk-in closet is a half bath. Yeah, so really we only have like 2 rooms left, and then these will be like quick and easy. So let's hop into those and finish up this build. Hello. Okay, it has been a couple of days for me, and I believe we have left off on the master bedroom. I apologize if these rooms felt like lackluster. I mean, I like them, but I was like sort of falling asleep and losing my mind when I was doing these 2 rooms. So you'll have to let me know what you think. I do know that I love the Jack and Jill bathroom. Let's hop in. So I'm seeing green, which is great. I feel like it's going with the rest of the house. I think this one should be fine. It's got this really beautiful like wooden headboard. Okay, this headboard is actually perfect. The only thing is like there's cats on the pillows. So if we can find a swatch where there are not cats on the pillows. I mean, maybe the cats are fine. Who am I to judge? Maybe we can cover them up because I do have a lot of pillows. So let's try this one. Okay, we can try that. Tables, we need something that matches that wood color. Okay, I think that color would be good. And then we'll just put another one over here. I really like the art on the wall, so let's see if something like that. We just need some flowers. Okay, this could be good. I think it's too modern. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's grab a vase with big, tall flowers. I think they nailed it in the photo. Let's do that one. Maybe this is where we put the books and candlelight. I think that could be really pretty. Let's try that. Ooh, how about... Okay, let's sort by the new kit and see. How about like a mug or something? You know, I could be happy with this one. I think I have an iPhone for decor. Yeah. What about in this corner, we of course add our old standby, a big floor plant. Oh my god, I love that it's cracked. I think I have to use that one. A nice rug, and I know there's one from Werewolves that could be good. I also really like this one. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this one and grab a dresser. I think this one from Pierre Sim actually looks very similar to the one in the photo. That's all of the room that we can see. So I think next order of business is some really pretty flowy curtains. You can drag the curtains all the way across. Put like a little table next to it. And then maybe on here we could put like a phone. I don't know, maybe it's not usable, but it's just been there forever. Thinking of just putting some empty frames above this for family photos. So like these ones have room for a vanity. So this also would work. It's a little more boho than I wanted, but it's probably the most similar to what we have in the room. Once we get lights in here, it'll be easier to tell. This one or something like this could work, and then change this light's brightness. Change this light to warm, like a candle. I mean, I think it's pretty cute, honestly. I think we'll go with that one. That one looks pretty good. Oh my gosh, that door is driving me nuts. A TV on this wall, since it is the master bedroom. Could just get a shelf. to like put, I don't know, your DVD player, whatever it is, the remotes, those kinds of things. Change them to a darker brown. I don't know if they necessarily fit though. Just don't look too close, okay? Anything else that might work on that little shelf? Oh, I forgot I wanted to see about changing the pillows. Oh yes, very cute. Okay, I think we definitely need some lighting over here. So for the vanity table, we could do something like this, or we could do something more vintage looking, like that one. And then we'll do some makeup. Maybe over here we do another big floor plant. And I was thinking to finish off this little corner, we could do a full-length mirror so you can check your outfit before you go. And then you get a little plant in your selfie. It's always nice. Maybe it goes in this corner. I don't know why I'm trying to make this plant work so hard, but okay. And then maybe we do like a little rug in front of the mirror. I just feel like when you look in the mirror, it's kind of nice to like have something soft under you, you know? It doesn't really work, not gonna lie. But because the lighting will be kind of weird over here because of this big piece of furniture, I think that we should add a floor lamp. Alright, turns out the answer to our problems was just changing the plant. So I finished up that section. Here is our completed master bedroom. This is so adorable. I think we nailed the aesthetic of the picture perfectly with what we had. So then obviously we have this little table with old phone, a photo frame for family pictures. Got a little shelf for your remotes, your DVDs, whatever. Your bed, your night table with all your little doodads, your dresser hutch. There we go. Over here, we've got some more vintage looking photos. We've got our little vanity area all ready to go. And then this is what I ended up doing with the mirror and plant section. I think it looks super cute. And I think like if you took a selfie here, it would be a really like fun background. And then all I had to do was like move the door over. So now we're gonna hop into the master bath and the closet, and then I will quickly do the final half bath on my own. Okay, so I highly doubt I'm going to get like a master bath like as grand as I want on my Pinterest feed, so I'm probably going to need to search what is like speaking to me that this is a good reference, and I think it's something we can definitely do. All right, y'all. Started with the basics. We've got our, obviously, the new bathtub and shower from Sibulette's creator kit. The, what's it called? Sleek Bathroom, the Sleek Bathroom kit. These are custom content, both by Leaf Motif, who is one of my favorite CC creators. So I want to make this arched shower. Let me just box the shower in and then grab the arch again. Okay, I think that should be functional. Built in like storage, you know what I mean? Like this. Yeah. Okay. Just let me cook. I'll figure it out. Okay. There's a lot of accent colors going on. There's like brown, there's black, gold. I think that looks pretty good actually. Should still go here. That way, obviously no one outside can see you, even though it's like really nobody would be able to. Part of me wonders if we just grab the same ones that we used in the dining room. Oh, that looks pretty. Okay. Those are really cute. The textures are freaking terrible because they're so old at this point. And now I can figure out where else we need lights. Okay, that's better. The mood lighting is very cozy. Would be very nice to take a shower in here. Definitely need the fancy soap. Extra fancy soap on the side just in case. Maybe a little perfume bottle. And maybe some skincare, you know. Oh, guys, I almost forgot a toilet. Oh my gosh. How could we maybe like this and then just grab another door? That should be functional. It should be fine. I just want to add a bunch of little items in here. So okay, and looking at the finished master bathroom, I think it turned out so stinking nice. Like, imagine the steam from the shower or like the steam from the bathtub and just like the warm lighting, especially if it were like sunset or nighttime and like you have the lake view. Ugh, I love it. I love the life and death cabinets that is floating. Don't look at that. In the shower, we have some little knickknacks. You know, nothing crazy. Hopefully, I last minute decided to raise this up on a platform, so hopefully the Sims should be able to use that just fine. Got the little vanity here, nothing crazy. I do wish I had a slightly different color option for that, but it's okay. And then into the toilet room, it is literally nothing special, just a toilet. And then in the closet, so let me show you the pin that I found that I think will be a good like inspo for this room. Okay, so when I searched walk-in closet, this was like the first or second one that came up. I think that this is a really good inspo. It matches the room, the rest of the house, and it's also like super unique too. So let's see if we can get something similar to this. I don't know what I've said or haven't said because we are dog sitting and she barks a lot and I keep getting cut off and I keep having to like delete footage because I just know the barking is absolutely going to ruin the audio. So I know that I talked about what pin I was using for the inspiration for this closet. I thought it might be fun to use this wardrobe wheel thing from Get Famous. Is obviously a vacation home, so maybe like those are like the suitcase, like how you can pack your clothes into like packs with hangers. This Realm of Magic one, see, cats and dogs never lets me down. Let me try both. This is base game. Okay, I think I am gonna go with that one. Sort by Dream Home Decorator. And then I know that there is also some like storage boxes in this pack. Okay, that's looking good. I feel like it needs to be clothes that like you would definitely bring on vacation. Like this has a summer hat with it. I think that's really good. Some like storage for shoes. I really don't see Sims actually needing to come in here, so it's really not a big deal if the door is blocked. The only reason would be like for woohooing. And then let's see if there's anything in my pile of things I want to include. Let's put this hat in. Luggage over here. And then I love this open suitcase. I was thinking it could go on the dresser. Some purses we could hang maybe. We can grab shoes maybe. And then maybe like she set some of her like other purses and makeups and things on here as well. Maybe just shove it in the corner. We want like a chandelier that's in that photo, which we have one similar but not exact. This one might work better just because of the size. I know it's not really what we were going for, but that might work. Let's grab a rug and just size it down quite a bit. Okay, and I just quickly wrapped up the walk-in closet. Let me show you how it turned out. I really love the view of it even from the bathroom. So pretty. So you go through the doors and then you obviously have your dresser. Got some storage up there. Probably grandma has had that stuff up there forever, so it doesn't really get moved. It's probably really dusty. Put some books on this, along with some shoes, the suitcase that you saw, and then I decided to put the other swatches of that painting we put above the bathtub in here. I just think they're super pretty. And then I decided to size this down, put another hanging thing here, more shoes just to kind of make it seem more like built in. Actually need to fix that. And then let's move on to the half bath that I threw together real quickly that really doesn't need that much attention. And the final half bath that I just put together quickly. I didn't really base it off of anything. I just tried to make it cohesive with the rest of the house. Just have our little vanity, sink, toilet area, some like old-timey looking photos. I kept calling it a half bath, but I actually was able to fit a shower. I forgot, so there is that. A little robe, a fake plant because there's no windows in here, and then I've got a tiny light fixture up there because that wasn't quite enough lighting. And things are starting to disappear because this is such a item heavy build. So that being said, it is time to move on to the outside, which I am just going to speed run through with you guys. Just do the back deck, the front deck, the little porch off this room. That is going to do it for the Pinterest Decides My Build. Thank you so much for watching if you stuck around. I was not planning on this video being almost an hour and a half long, but I also was not planning on Pinterest giving me a literal mansion to furnish. But I thought it was really fun, and even though it took me basically a full week, I really enjoyed it, and it might be some of my favorite like decorations and clutter and furniture combinations that I've had a chance to do. So I'm not mad about it. If you enjoy this style of content, like I said in the beginning, soft-spoken, cozy Sims 4 content, I would really appreciate you subscribing or liking the video and letting me know. Feel free to comment below what you think your Pinterest would direct you towards if you were building based on your Pinterest feed. And with that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I really hope to see you back here soon in the Lavender Lounge. Bye, friends.